Worst investment you ever made?
The worst investment I have ever made. Shit, I gotta say the rap game.
You think so?
Yeah.
For
How
sure.
much fucking money I have if I wouldn't never start rapping?
What's poppin', GE gang? It's your boy Foosh Nigga, man. And check it out. We back with another reaction video. You feel me? I'm excited about this one. I got DM'd this one about 15 times to react to it. You feel me? The boy RALO did an interview with Say Cheese, or Say Cheese did an interview with RALO, however you want to call it. Supposed to be a good one. You feel me? I will say this, man. RALO is a cool dude, bro. From me following him and listening to his music, and I will say, he loyal. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about him, how he buy up the block and he take care of his people. You feel me? That's one thing I know about him. So we're gonna get into this reaction video, but first, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now if you love my channel. You feel me? You like the #1 reaction channel on YouTube. You feel me? Make sure when the video is over, I ain't gonna actually do it now, but when it's over, like, share the video so we can get that algorithm pumping and jumping. We on that 25K subscriber grind. Yeah, we on that. We like 3,500 away from that. So make sure you guys do that for the boy. I ain't gonna hold you because I want to get into this interview. You feel me? And pardon me, I couldn't even eat because I ain't gonna speak for everybody, but when I eat, I get that itis. You feel me? But I'm gonna show you guys. You know what I'm saying? Can't go wrong with that chicken fried rice. You feel me? So I'm gonna eat. We're gonna do some reacting and some commentary. You feel me? And we're gonna get on like that. So let me go ahead, man. Let's go ahead and get to this video, man, because I'm excited.
Man, here we go. Man, we got the first exclusive RALO interview. I'm in the new Pakistan. Last time I came, I was at the old joint. This time I'm at the new joint. You got the fleet behind them. How you doing,
Man, that
man?
fleet crazy.
Appreciate
That's
you,
one of
man.
my dream
Appreciate
fleets,
the time,
all
man.
black
For
whips.
sure.
We got it there.
Yeah, first week officially.
Yes,
How I feel?
I feel amazing. Good vibes. I don't even want niggas to say nothing negative around me. I tell them just give me a good 48 hours of just good vibes. That's what I want.
Because I remember the big announcement. You had the whole fleet. You got the private jet and shit. That was like, what, 5 months ago?
Yeah, there was 6 or 7. I think it was November
Private
8th
jet.
that occurred.
Okay.
But, I just wasn't aware of the severe rules that the halfway house had. So I'm thinking when I get out of prison, I can go on ahead and go do my welcome home shows. Cause I had seen Gucci do the same thing when he was released. And that shit just was a whole shit show. They wouldn't allow me to release on music. They wouldn't allow me to get on Instagram. They wasn't allowing me to get on no social
Not even in a
media.
halfway
I seen a
house?
few posts though. We had posted of you though.
Yeah, I was sneaking that shit out.
You sneaking
Every
it?
time you seen the post, I was getting in trouble.
So they was coming back like, what is this?
Yeah, like sending your ass back to prison.
Uh,
Every video I dropped, I got
That's
rolled
crazy.
up for. Even when Lil Baby pulled up and gave me the $50,000, that shit almost sent me to prison. Man, I
Damn.
needed that $50,000. So yeah, I got that. I had to take that one to the chin.
yeah, I seen you say that. So you said Lil Baby blessed you with 50, and you
sir.
said somebody else too blessed you, right?
I mean, it's a lot. It's a long name, long list, and every time I say the list, they always tell me I left a nigga out. But you got your boy QCP. He looked out for me. He sent me maybe 75,000. You got Lil Baby sent me a 50 while I was in, and gave me another 50 when I got out. You got your boy Dirt. You got 21 Savage. He had gave Queen 40,000.
Damn. Oh, can I say this, bro? Like, them is the kind of friends that you want. And they only doing that because they know what type of friend he is, and that's that loyalty. Friends ain't just going up, pulling up. I don't care how much money they got. They just not giving you a 50 ball in there, a 50 ball out. Especially the multiple friends he's talking about. Them some real ones for that one, for sure. Taking care of the boy.
$1,000 for me. Shit, it's a long list of people. Gold Mama made shower straight every 2 weeks. He put something on my book. I actually had an idea, you smell me? Outside of the niggas that ran off with my money and, did all that lame shit.
Yeah. So in the halfway house, you had a curfew?
Shit, you gonna come out. You come out to go to work and you go straight back home. Go straight back to the halfway house.
So what was your schedule like as far as like work?
I just go to the studio every day. I ain't got no job. Later on, I had found out that I could have 2 jobs, so I divided. So instead of me spending the $400 a day on studio time, I started going ahead and spending like $200-300 because I was able to utilize my property as a construction site, and I was able to go over here and do the construction and stuff and build my hood back up.
Yeah. So first day out, it's what, yesterday, today?
First day out was Friday.
What you do? What was the first thing you did?
Got me some money, shot me some videos, got me a couple shows lined up. Called you.
Right back to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get me
Right
some
back
bag.
to it.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's go back to 2018, man. I mean, we could start with the first incident with the private jet. It was really 2 incidents, right?
Yes, sir.
The first incident, you weren't physically there?
No, sir. It was actually like 4 incidents that occurred. Y'all only seen one, which was the private jet that I got caught with. But however, I had 4 different counts.
I ain't gonna keep stopping this motherfucker, man, but I'm just gonna say, you see how he talking? Motherfucker been in jail, went to jail, did 6 years, whatever. He's still answering, say cheese, yes sir. You feel me? Nigga, come on, man. Respect.
Man, so like stuff was getting caught up, and you know, it's more incidents occurred way beforehand. You know, what occurred was they just got tired of the situation with me because of other crimes that occurred. One of my homies had they had a informant that was in Pakistan that was coming. He was praying with us. He was a nigga with tattoos on his face. You would never even tell he was the Fed.
Damn.
So he was trying to get to me. You smell me? He was trying to get up on me, but I might be with 1,000 niggas, but it's only 5 or 10 niggas that I really communicate with on certain levels. You smell me? And he kept trying to get towards me, and I guess one of my little homies told him, like, if you want to get with RALO, you got to spend at least 100 or 2, at least 200,000. You smell me? So the nigga called the feds and was like, in order for us to get with RALO, we got to spend, you know, abundant amount of money, and the feds the one approving for the money. So the feds said, shit, we'll give you the money, but we'll have to send an agent out with you. So they sent the agent out with him, and he was a white dude playing like he was an Uber driver. And the nigga who was supposed to been spending money with me, he got them in the back of the Uber. I'm not knowing this. I'm way in Cali. I'm in Cali handling the business, picking me some goddamn weed out. So when the dude get to wherever they went over there on Ashland Course or whatnot, they draw down and robbed the nigga. And robbed the FBI agent too. I'm not even knowing this. I was never serving that nigga, period. Cause I had a clientele that I had been dealing with for years. So when they got over there to the situation, they drawed down on them, and they let them go. The feds, U.S. Marshals, everybody came and bomb rushed them, and they let them go because they wanted me. They said I was the bigger fish or whatnot. So I'm on the plane thinking everything out, because they weren't giving a fuck about that weed. They never cared about the weed from the jump. It was never about the weed, you smell me? So I understand people ever came with me saying, he on locked up for weed, but in their mind and throughout their thorough investigation, it was a lot
Shit that
of
led up
crime,
to it. Shit
like
that led
violence,
up to it. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So when that occurred, they just got tired of the situation, and the chief of the FBI, they said, oh, y'all got to close that case. So really it was a gift and a curse, because they would have kept investigating. Ain't no telling what type of trouble I got in. Or if they would have just simply not even got me off the plane, they should have just waited till I got in traffic. And then handled their business, they probably would have got to stash out or something. But however, they were just too goddamn happy to see me. And, you know, crash the car.
So
Moving
the
too
informant,
fast.
is this somebody that you kind of like grew up with type of situation?
I never knew the foreman in my life. I never talked to him. I think I seen the nigga when I was in prison, because one nigga pulled up on me saying he was coming to Pakistan buying shit. And he said a lot of good shit, like shit that I know 100% was occurring. But however, I never talked to him.
So he would just come over there and pray, and y'all like not have no.
I mean, that was one informant. After a while,
it was a lot
some of these dudes became informants that was around.
Okay.
Remember you got Louis Yaski. He the one who was serving the informant from the jump. Like he was serving them Percocet, he was serving them guns, he was serving them all kinds of shit for Pakistan without my knowledge. Because the rule was for nobody to sell drugs outside of Pakistan. You smell me? Inside of Pakistan, you couldn't sell no dope. You smell me? So that was the main rule. So they was snuck behind my back being greedy, because these ATF agents, they was offering money that niggas weren't refusing for these guns and drugs.
What type of money?
Triple. Like for a 22 rifle, they trying to, for a 22 assault rifle, they was giving $500. You go to the store and buy that shit for $109, $120 back then anyway.
Yeah.
You smell me? So these dudes, they couldn't see through the bullshit, and they ended up getting on their team. You smell me? I guess they was scared. Some of them dudes ain't do nothing, not one day in jail.
Yeah. Have you watched any documentaries about yourself since you've been out?
Shit, I see a different documentary.
It's like 10 of
every
them.
day.
It's like 10 of them.
Every day I come out, I just
That's
go on,
crazy.
I go on YouTube, I see RALO, and a lot of that shit just be.
They call you Mr. Dog Food.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
How accurate are those documentaries?
it depends on which YouTube.
The Trap Lil Ross one.
I don't even think I seen that one.
Yeah, that got like 3-4 million views.
I gotta look at
Yeah.
it. I don't even
But just
know what's up.
overall though, is a lot of the shit accurate?
Yeah, a lot of it accurate. I say like 80% of it.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Trap Lil Ross videos. Trap Lil Ross be getting like millions of views every video. He be dropping like 1, 2, 3 hour fucking videos. You feel me? So I know, and he be doing his due diligence. So I know he went in. So it probably was pretty accurate on his part too on that one.
What's the cap though?
I think the cap is, cause you know I've been up. My grandma stayed in this neighborhood 40 years. You smell me? And this somewhere I call home. So throughout my lifespan, you know, I used to go up these streets right here and cut grass and sell CDs. It used to be a whole bunch of dope bars in the apartments. This used to be a 6-unit apartment complex. And coming up in the streets and having trap houses, having different trap houses, you know, everybody see me when they seen $1 million or they seen the first 500,000, but people didn't know how much work it took to get there. So throughout my journey of life, going to jail back and forth for a little bit of crimes, whether it was possession of cocaine or whether it was possession of a firearm, people didn't know how much structure and how much discipline and how many losses had to be taken at that. You smell me? So the police come in today. If the police came in today, Lil Boo them, they were gonna take the charge from me. You smell me? I walk out, you know what I'm saying? If the police came right here and my little niggas right here and they got a gun on them, and they gonna take the charge. They gonna say that was mine, even if it was mine. You smell me? So, you know, people that ain't been in the streets don't understand the game. Like when you look at the shit that El Chapo did or the shit that Pablo Escobar did, sometimes they'll send 100 bricks across the river, across the ocean, let that get caught up just to get 1,000 bricks across. You smell me? But when we as black people start implementing that, then it's a problem. Then they start calling you a rat. They start calling you this and that. So like, you know, it comes with, anytime you chasing success and you trying to succeed in something, it comes with sacrifice. It comes with strategizing. It comes with a lot of different things. You know what I mean? So
I remember when you got locked up,
right.
the biggest narrative on the internet was a lot of people pulled up your IG posts. They pulled up the Vlad interviews. They pulled up the showing the cash and being wild and popping your shit and blaming that on, really blaming yourself on bringing attention to you.
Right.
How much accountability do you put on yourself for that?
Them people don't give a fuck about no nigga flexing on money. Them people don't give a fuck about no marijuana. They don't really care for non-violent crimes really at all. But when you got people that was dying, a lot of people was getting killed. A lot of people was getting shot. That ain't something that I rap about. That ain't something that I broadcast. When niggas getting shot nowadays, everybody go up and say they shot them. But niggas was getting their ass dropped around here. You smell me? Not saying I had anything to do with it, but whenever a case go cold, whenever any murder case go cold, the feds have an obligation to investigate it, pick up that file and investigate it. So all these different crimes had occurred. I guess they got tired of my name getting pulled up in this shit. And they just so happened while investigating me for these cold cases, stumbled across the marijuana. I was hustling. You smell me? Everybody else was rapping and doing this and that. I had to make the money. You smell me? I wasn't making no lot of money off rapping. And as you see, I always had a village to take care of. So while they investigated me for these cold crimes or these murders that had occurred, they just stumbled across the weed.
So you don't, if you were to go back, social media would be the same, you would still carry it the same way?
I think I would. I had a good life. I enjoyed myself. Like I ain't, when I got caught on that plane that day, I wasn't in deep regret. I knew what this shit came with. I was willing to go sit down and do 30 years. You smell me? I was willing to go do 30 years. I had it in my head when I was on that jet, sitting in that bathroom, saying fuck them people. I said to myself, I'm finna go do 30 years. And I told myself, shit, I'm finna go up here and, get as close as me as possible. We finna sit down and do this time together. You smell me?
Yeah.
So like, it was never a time that cause according to my religion, we supposed to regret our sin. You smell me? But it ain't no sin showing money. You smell me? I mean, it's arrogance in it, you know what I'm saying? But I had fun. You smell me? I lived a great life. Even if I was to die some years ago, I still would have been legendary in my hood. You know what I'm saying? Where I come from.
Yeah. I remember, I think you did like a news interview and you said that you felt targeted. I think you did say you felt targeted. You felt like, cause you were gonna get out on bond.
Right.
And they said that you were still running the organization from in jail.
Right.
And you said you felt targeted. Explain that whole situation.
I think, I mean, back then, being in jail, we wanna try to make it seem as we are victims. Like the government doing something wrong or some shit like that. Damn right I was a target. You smell me? Like, I supposed to have been a target. You smell me? I'm the breadwinner. I'm the king of the village. I'm the leader. I'm the person that God gave the financial stability to take care of the village. You smell me? So like, I ain't gonna say I shouldn't have been targeted. You smell me? I understand that what this shit come with. You smell me? You can't goddamn, whatever job God gave you, it's your obligation to handle it.
Exactly.
You smell me? So like, if God gave me the wealth, if God gave me the financial stability, it's on me to take care of the village. You smell me? So I can't cry about being a target. I didn't know that kingpin was an actual charge. You smell me? Till I got the charge and they put me number 1 on the indictment, I didn't even know what the hell 4 points. I didn't know none of this federal shit. You know what I'm saying? But after going through the feds, you run into some real intelligent dudes. You run into some people that really have a great amount of knowledge. You smell me? And these brothers, was different from the state because I went to state prison twice before I even went to feds. So when you're going into the feds, these dudes is all about finesse. These dudes are all about paying whoever to get out of jail. However they gotta put it, you know what I'm saying? They put it that way. A dude might pay you. You ain't got no criminal history. Let's just say you ain't got a criminal history. Cause the feds got guideline sheets. So people don't know what it look like a timetable chart. But if you got a certain amount of convictions, they go over and over on the chart. And then based on your offense, they go down. You smell me? So the luckiest motherfucker to be in that situation would be a dude with no criminal history because you get lesser time.
Yep.
So if you got a dude facing 20 years for the same crime that you'll get 3 years for, it'll be very smart for you to do them 3 years. You probably do 18 months, come out, go to the halfway house like I did, then leave a nigga in jail for 20 years. I think that's like, the people gonna say, nigga need to take their leak or whatnot, but I think that's called strategizing and helping one another out. You smell me?
Yeah. Let's take it back to April 14th, 2028. Well, 2018.
Damn.
God damn. 2018.
Try to jump ahead, goddamn, 14 years.
We're talking about 444 pounds of weed.
Right.
Worth $840,000.
Right.
And you knew that the people were watching you at this time.
Right.
You said it on IG, you said it in interviews, you were vocal about it. Take us through that whole day on April 14th. Like,
I mean, I did with my usual. Every Monday I go to Cali, pick out my weed, cause I used to send Duke Wild and all my homies to Cali and pick up my weed. But they started coming back with shit that King and some of the bros was just like, fuck nah, that ain't no good shit. So, I end up looking at what they liked it, and I started going to Cali myself, cause I'm spending $1 million. You smell me? I'm spending $1 million. I'm spending sometimes anywhere between $500,000 and $1 million. And when you get that shit, you don't want to have to hold on to that shit for months or so. So I started going to Cali myself. I get on a jet every Monday, go to Cali, pick out my weed probably that Tuesday one of my people that I had out there, he thought he was a plug. He wasn't no motherfucking plug. He was pretty much a broker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He thought it was
able
a
to
plug,
go
but he
to
was a
some of the
middleman
people up
type.
down and hump up counter in they mountains on the 101. And he'll bring me back little packs and shit and tell me, okay, this is what, you know what I'm saying? I get some of the bros to smoke it or whatnot. See if it's strong, because I ain't never smoked a drink in my life. So when I
Damn, he
did
ain't
my
never
usual
smoked or
routine,
drank
I
in
went
his
down
life.
on Monday, you know, got my little Airbnb. Sometimes I stay in the mountains. It depends. It just be bored as fucking in the mountains.
Right.
So I go through LA sometimes, drop my money off, and go shopping and do all my things in LA, because there's some real niggas out there in LA. Shout out to LA. And then when I
Facts.
get
You know what I'm
LA,
talking about?
I drop the money off, and I shoot the shopping. By Tuesday, the homie have me some packs of what I need to get. You know what I'm saying? So I go look at the shit Tuesday. By Wednesday, I'm trying to come up out of there. You smell me? By Wednesday, I'm trying to get all the vacuum seal bags. Trying to get all the vacuum seal bags.
Somebody pulling up?
Oh, we good. We roll.
We might need to block some shit out. But so that that Wednesday, I'm getting my little bags. You go on Walmart and you can get the 25-pound bags. You can put 25 pounds in that motherfucker. You can put the vacuum cleaner on that motherfucker, suck it up, and put it in a package. Whatever holiday season it in, them type of packages I get. If it's Christmas, I get Christmas. If it's, you know, every Monday some goddamn Independence Day, I go get flags. Like right now, I would've got me some flags, wrapped it up in some flags, and put that shit on together, put that shit on the jet, and sometimes I fly 2-3 jets back. I'll be in one, have one going this way, one going the other way, because I need to feel watching me.
Little diversion type.
By Thursday, I need to be back in Atlanta, because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I had shows every week. And then I try to sneak and get me a video in. I'll try to get me some studio time.
That's crazy. You know how much it costs to rent 3 jets? Unless he owned them, but I don't think he owned 3 jets. But he rent 3 jets. You know how much it is? That means he was getting to the bag where he can be like, I think I need these 2 to divert while the real motherfucker go this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was getting to the money. Like he said, he was the breadwinner. He was the big fish, as the feds will say. You know what I'm saying?
Time, man. Try to get with my girl and my kids and shit. Spend some family time. So that's pretty much been my whole goddamn life of doing so, other than the dog food. You see what I mean?
Yeah. So you land that day, that Wednesday, right?
Yeah, I land once.
Okay. And when do the feds pop out? When does that whole situation happen when you get locked up?
I can't, don't scare me. I can't remember what day I landed, but you gotta think about it. I'm on the tour bus. Them motherfuckers already got wires and cameras on the tour bus. The tour bus agent said working with these feds. The pilot working with these feds. I ain't got no win. You smell me? So when I'm putting, like up under my bed, I put all my money up under my bed and I go that way. You smell me? I go to Cali like that, because they was on me so hard on the flights. I was like, fuck that shit, I'm gonna take it on the bus. So I'm already on wire cameras. I'm already, as soon as so I can't tell you when they popped up, because they was already there. So when we get out, so while I'm going in my spot, they got wires and cameras in this motherfucker. And then when I'm getting back on the tour bus, going to the jet, is wires and cameras on that motherfucker too. So they knew me coming there while I'm there and flying
They knew
back.
all the
So I can't
moves
even
tight.
say, because they got pictures of each one, each time. You feel me? So some of these niggas had wires on, some of them had cameras on.
Yeah.
Some had both on.
Did you get locked up that day though?
Yeah, I got locked up that day. They sent me to DeKalb County Jail. And once I got the feds came and picked me up from DeKalb County, and I went to the feds.
What was going through your mind? You thought it was all over?
I mean, I got a call from I had called the homeless, and they said they in Pakistan now. So they hit my mama house, Pakistan, and my girl house all at one time. So I already was locked up. Then they went and went to all my houses. I mean, a couple of my houses, and they I'm like, oh shit. It still didn't never dawn in my mind that, cause I used to go to jail. I'm used to going to jail, and every time I went to jail, they ain't used to take shit from me in the state. But as soon as you go fed, them motherfuckers try to take everything you got.
Yes,
So,
Sirski.
pretty much when I got caught on the jet and got in handcuffs, I thought it was over with. You smell me? All the thing I cared for was the people out here to make sure my family straight. You smell me? Just make sure my girl and my mama them straight. I had so many millions still on the street to the point where I thought I was good forever. My girl don't want for shit. My mama don't really want much. You smell me? My kids don't really need much. So my whole thing was to take care of my kids while I was in there, because I did a lot of business before
Right.
where I had to do that. And I always prepared myself
For
for
that
that.
moment,
So I
yeah.
had certain people entrusted with millions of dollars that I thought that would have my best interest at heart if I did longer bids. But when I got caught that specific time, a lot of them niggas thought it was completely over. So they
thought he wasn't
ran
coming
off
out that
and did what
motherfucker.
They did, you smell me? But I forgive them, alhamdulillah.
And when you say they ran
Alhamdulillah.
off, they ran off with what exactly?
With money. With money that they owe. You smell me? I was getting all these niggas different packs and shit. So I wasn't getting weed. Whatever they was getting, they owed to me. You smell me?
Talked to these guys since, seen them since?
I mean, for a minute, I was aggravated, I was upset and things of that matter, but I forgive everybody, because I'm no longer selling drugs. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the feds took all the cars,
Yeah, they took all the cars.
your mom's sister's cars,
They took
everything.
Shoosh.
How did that affect your, just
I mean,
family?
coming from the bluff and shit and always taking major losses, because you got to think about it. At the time, I only had $1,000 re-up. You smell me? And sometimes I lose that. So like, and this happened repetitive for countless years. So it was never a time where I would lose everything and trip off it, because I'm so used to getting it back. I'm so used to going back and hustle. They can take everything, but they can't take a nigga hustle. You smell me?
Right. That's a fact. And that's like Omi and the Hellcat. You feel me? Like when they came through and the feds came through for that little shit he did, they took like 30 of his cars. You feel me? Put them all up on the auction block, his jewelry, all that. You feel me? Like, this ain't no regular degular. The feds want it all in blood. You feel me? But like he said, you know what come with this type of game. He already has shit set aside, so if he go do that, everybody taken care of. You feel me? So, I mean, if you the big dog, the big fish, you already know. It's just like having a fucking, if you're a family man, it's like you having a $1 million life insurance policy for your family. You know what I'm saying? In case something happen to you, they good. You know what I'm saying? So, same shit in a different way, though.
Yeah. What's your relationship with I think his name is Dookie Wild?
Right.
He's been hitting me for years about an interview.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Duke Wild gonna be Duke Wild, you smell me?
yeah.
You know, I wish the best for everybody, you smell me? But however, what he did was fucked up. You smell me? Me in my head, with anybody around me, with anybody in the village, I always was for us. I ain't give a fuck if you go tell on him or any nigga else. I don't give a fuck what you did. That's y'all business. You smell me? But this not, if you tell on the breadwinner, the nigga that took care of you,
Crazy.
you gotta think about it. When you came in an apartment, sometimes it wasn't even no sheetrock on the wall. It wasn't no 2x4s. It wasn't no toilets. It wasn't no carpet. It wasn't no floors. It wasn't no sinks. So when you give a nigga a fresh apartment, brand new, you gave a nigga a tub, you gave a nigga some money in their pocket, and they do that to you, and they do that to you, that shit put a scar in you that can't be healed. You smell me?
Bite the hand that feeds you.
It took a lot of praying. You smell me? It took a lot of praying, and you know, and it took for me to get out, because you know the best revenge is life is success. You smell me? And as you see, every day of my life I'm succeeding. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. If you don't mind, like, how much was you bringing in a week?
I can't
Hustling at a time.
even calculate it, because you know in the street sometimes it's slow. You smell
On
me?
average, though.
It depends on, you really can't, because sometimes you'll get a good pack with everybody on it. Sometimes you'll get a pack, you'll try to get that same pack back that nobody ain't interested in. So numbers in the street don't really balance off. That shit just never like, okay, this is my salary. You smell me? But I always counted profit margins. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I bought, I try to make $1 million profit. You smell me? And whatever profit margin I get, I front out to everybody.
Yeah.
To the point where when I had some 8 million, I was able to just do my thing.
What would you consider a good week, though?
A good week, shit. When all of it gone, with the whole house.
Facts.
gone.
When they ain't got no packs
That's
left,
what
it's
you
all
got.
gone.
So I mean, when did it hit you? And I know you've been, in and out of prison, in and out of jail. But like, when did it hit you? I mean, because it was at a point to where it was you could do anything in the world.
Right.
You could be anywhere in the world, drive any car in the world, to be sitting in a box. You know what I mean? Like, when did it hit you that,
Different
you
type
know,
of feeling,
you had
boy.
to serve that 4 years?
Nah, that was 8. It
Well,
was 8
it
years.
was an 8-year bid,
I
but
did 6 off of
you
it.
did 6, my bad.
I mean, I think when it hit me was when I was in visitation coming from the hole, because I fought a lot in jail. Like, I always be fighting, I always be sneaking cell phones in, I always be doing shit like that. So one day I was in a hole, and while I was in the hole, they was escorting me down in Lovejoy to the visitation booth to see my girl and my son. And when I looked at my son, and I looked at my daughter, and they was on that glass, but that shit, I still can feel that moment now. That shit kill you, bro. That shit like kill you, cause when you doing this shit, when you selling the dope or whatever you doing
It's
to
for
provide for them,
Yeah.
you not thinking of the sacrifices that you taking that will hurt them more than them just being poor. I'd rather for them to have some Payless on and I'm out than have some Javention on and I'm in.
Real
You know what I mean?
shit.
So like,
Shoosh.
that shit killed me right there. When you looking at them kids, man, cause out here, you know, it be fun and games, everybody be happy and shit. But when you behind that wall and you seeing them kids grow up without you, you can't go to a father-daughter dance. You can't goddamn go to your kid 5th grade graduation or kindergarten graduation, and you know, when goddamn your daughter start a period, and it's just a little bit of shit that we
The little things.
don't even look
Yeah.
at now.
Little thing.
You know
That
what I mean?
and,
Yeah,
and
the little
that's
things
So
in
that
life.
shit killed.
that's the difference between niggas. That's how you know he's a real nigga. You feel me? He ain't no grimy street nigga. You can tell he come from something. You know what I'm saying? Whether he had his mom and his dad, he was brought up with common sense. You know what I mean? So he's a family type man. No matter what he doing in the street, he's a family man. Cause most motherfuckers that go to jail, it's whatever they kids. They not thinking twice about it. But when you see your kids come to you in jail and that shit eat you alive, and you thinking all the things you were doing for them to sacrifice to make sure they had this and that, but it's like reverse osmosis, doing the opposite of what the fuck you thought. Cause ain't nothing like that pain. Because the kids, if they young, their young brain, is forming. So that shit's forever gonna be etched in their brain. You know what I'm saying? Seeing their dad behind jail. I don't care how old they ever get. They never gonna forget that. And he knows that. That's why I hurt him to his core to see his kids and rather have them have Payless than some Nike type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Killed me in that visitation booth.
So you said you got in a lot of fights and shit?
Yeah.
Were just people fucking with you and shit?
I wouldn't say people were fucking with me. I was fucking with them.
Yeah.
I'm bored. Shit.
Hell no.
Physical. I can't
Yeah.
get no pussy out. Shit, I gotta get some. I gotta some.
Blue balls make a nigga without. You know what I'm saying,
So
nigga?
like, majority of my fights came from, injustice. Like, I don't really, anytime I see a bully in the dome, I'm on his ass. He got a
Oh
shoulder.
yeah.
You smell me?
I was like that in high school. I hated bullies, bro. Fucking
people
with
that
other
have
people.
hatred towards Islam. You smell me? Because, like, behind the wall, I practice Islam real heavy. And,
Right.
I was like the imam in like 11 different places. So, like, whenever that occurred, because soon as we get the Quran, you got 1,000 niggas bringing out Bibles now. Like, it's a fucking religious war in here. You smell me? So, like, sucker shit like that, I ain't telling nobody not to practice. I believe in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? As a Muslim, we supposed to believe in the Bible. We supposed to believe in the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran. All 3 of the revelations that have came down. However, you got some niggas that just evil, bro. And that evil shit, I don't be with. You know what I'm saying? That shit, like out here, I can get in my car, get in my Maybach, anything, and just ride away and get away from that sucker shit.
Yeah, all right.
In there,
Jail, you
locked
cooped
in
up.
Locked in.
Yeah, you
Man,
cooped
bro,
up.
I'm finna beat your ass. You finna beat my ass. We finna die in this motherfucker.
I'm telling you,
Like,
nigga, like, what? Nigga, we gonna die about it,
stressing
nigga.
about bitches, about girls, all kinds of shit be going on. Nigga be out here like doing all kind of lame shit. That shit is drive you fuck crazy. So I'm gonna get somebody. One of these niggas gonna make me mad that week. You be mad at some shit right then, and you just think about all the bullshit that went on. So as soon as a nigga get on the phone, you don't like how the nigga talking. Nigga, you yelling, nigga. You might be yelling. This shit just be like that behind the wall.
Yeah. Was it like any friends or people outside the wall that was kind of changed up while you were inside, you know, not answering certain phone calls or you know, people that you expected more from? Or did everybody pretty much stay solid with you?
I mean, me personally, myself, I can't really speak for nobody else, but I ain't really into calling a nigga from jail. Like, I'm not no nigga that want to take on the phone with a nigga from jail.
Oh man,
I
come
call,
on, man.
bro, I call my partners, I call them 15 minutes every now and then, but
Yeah.
if I ain't got no cell phone, maybe if I got a phone, that motherfucker, we kick it, but you know, in the feds, you only get 300 minutes a month. So I'm not finna call nobody and waste my goddamn minutes to talk on the phone with no nigga.
I want to hear a sweet voice type. You feel me?
So
Right.
like, you know, I think that jail is a place where a lot of niggas get closer to their girl or their significant other. It creates that bondage.
Right.
So I ain't really want to see nobody for real. I just want my girl to come see me and my kids. You smell me? I want to hug on them. I want the family time. You smell me? So even if somebody did switch up, I wouldn't damn know. Cause if I ain't what you don't see, shit don't hurt you.
Out of sight, out of mind.
What type of inmates were you in there with? Was it murderers or scammers or drug dealers?
I think that when I was in Rice Street, I was on the South floor in 300 South. You smell me? And that wasn't nothing but murder. It was not one petty crime. That was the highest level. So when you go to the feds and you get around, you know, these kind of dudes, man, these niggas be scammers and shit. Not saying, not talking low on no scammers, you smell me? But like, them type of niggas we don't really like, you know, when you get to the FCIs and the pens, yeah, it bind. Cause I was in the FCI and I worked my way down to a low and I could have went to account, but however, I was too short on time, so I was getting released. Cause I did 4 years in county. You smell me? Like just going to county jail to county jail. So by the time I got to the feds, I was at like 4.5 years, then 5. I'm finna get out. So when I got to the FCI, you had niggas in that motherfucker with forever.
For life, yeah.
So
with forever.
The feds is a lot more different because you got niggas going to the yard and work. You got niggas going to chow and work. You got dudes goddamn, you know, doing janitor work inside.
Did you work inside there? Or?
I worked on the red yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked on the red yard. It was COVID. I wanted to go out
every day. Just to make time go by.
Yeah. I mean, I don't got no problem working now. I go cut the grass now.
Real nigga.
I'm just one of them niggas that like even my little niggas, K and all my little homies, they always telling me stop, don't work. Yeah. And I'm like, nigga, I'll do it. You smell me? I'm just that type of nigga that don't even really care no matter how much money I get. I remember cutting grass. And then it's good to cut grass because it give me some kind of feel with earth. You know what I'm saying?
Grounding yourself type.
Yeah, I worked. Yeah. I worked.
So how much is that in the feds? Like, how much was that per hour?
In the feds?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I thought they used to give me like $20 a month. But if you working in the kitchen, you can make. I seen niggas that working in the kitchen got 75,000 on their book. Cause you can sell hamburgers, hot dogs. I went into that. I had Goldmouth send me some money if I needed some money. QCP, little baby, I had niggas that I can count on. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never need to sell that. Them niggas in there selling deuce and doing what they gotta do to survive. You know what I'm saying? However, I had a grand support system on the outside that was willing to do whatever for me. You see what I mean?
What was one of the craziest things you witnessed, whether if it was like a stabbing or like some near-death experiences or like even with yourself during COVID? I know a lot of people were going crazy in there, lockdown and shit.
But I seen a mob dude, I ain't gonna say his name, he had 44 murders.
God damn.
He had 44 murders. And like, I seen this documentary when he was coming up, right? And the nigga goddamn was just hate rats. He was hating this. He was just, you know how them certain dudes be, real respected. I seen that nigga sleep in a room with a nigga that told. That a nigga that nigga was always telling. And for a nigga to have 44 murders, and now he in the room, but he couldn't do shit. He was on the cane. You smell me? So like, that when you open up your mind and you say, okay, it's cool out here, all these niggas popping their shit in county jail, but when you get to prison and 20 years later, 30 years later, this nigga was in there 50 years, he outlived his judge, he outlived his lawyers. How the hell, it's hard for him to put in appeals because his judge dead and the other judge dead.
Damn.
So like, it's just seeing a motherfucking old fella walk around prison that been there 40, 50 years. What you gonna do? What the hell you gonna do if a nigga, if a snitch or any type of nigga come in that motherfucker, what you gonna do? So this right now shit, this shit ain't talking about a bitch ass thing. You need to look at that old man and this how you would determine what you need to do in life. Cause what he did apparently went right.
Yeah.
You smell me? But I salute him. I love you, man. He probably still alive. When I left him, he was goddamn back and forth to medical. Who the fuck want to go to medical every day when he that old in prison? He was rich. Nigga had money, probably more money than me. You smell me? But you know, that's the wildest shit. Me, a nigga getting stabbed and getting that shit don't bother me. Niggas been doing that shit. Niggas die every day, B.
Yeah.
So like that type of shit never was a wild moment. Wild moment is like, nigga, you sat in them motherfucker 50 years and you forced to deal with this shit. I know niggas with 7 murders, some of my DC homies, shout out to DC, good niggas, man. That's willing to do everything to get out. Niggas is trying to get out of there, man. Like, you got some, I don't mean, if you got niggas getting on that deuce, the K2 and shit, you got niggas getting on that and they just trying to hide their time away. But intelligent men, niggas that want to go home to their kids, they in that la bear. They in that motherfucker strategizing how they can put a play to get out that motherfucker. You smell me? And this shit out here, this shit, niggas can write on your page and say free RALO, niggas can say free whoever. But whoever doing that time has got to do that time.
Exactly.
Whoever kids out here got to live without them, they baby mama got to pay their bills this month. And then the nigga needs some money on his book. So she got to work every day. She got to take care of the kids alone, try to find babysitters, kids, being disrespectful and shit.
Yep.
And then
without their daddy, yeah.
If she don't come to visit the nigga, she lame as hell. She got to make some time to visit the nigga. Then she got to make time to make sure she pay all the bills, her car get wrecked, insurance, all kinds of shit really happen. Life is life.
Yeah.
You smell me? So for women to be able, like, bro, that's like the wildest shit in the world. Like, we don't take in consideration the woman out here. And then as soon as she get fucked up or something, get a nigga or some shit, now she ain't stay down for you. You smell me? So like, we gotta really strategically think about those women that's out here. You smell me? So like, it's a lot of shit that I just was able to identify that put me in the position that I'm in today.
Yeah.
You smell me?
Hey, Vic, we're gonna do one more question and we're gonna go on a break. What was some of the craziest, cause you know you being locked up, it's a lot of new, you know, life goes on. People die, a lot of crazy shit happens in the real world. What was the craziest news you got while you were locked up?
The craziest news I ever got while I was locked up is a nigga called me a rat. I couldn't escape no shit like that.
I seen you real upset about that too.
Man, that shit, like, you go do all your time. You go stand on business. It's easy to tell. Any nigga can go in that motherfucking tell and get right out of jail. Think about you doing 6 years, hard time, 24 hours a day. Sometimes, some months I stayed in the hole for months, not a week in the hole. You know how it feel to be in a room for 4, 5 months, can't come out that motherfucker? They ain't letting you get coming.
Hell nah.
You suffer. You
No
suffer.
phone calls
you
either?
Suffer. No phone calls. Ain't letting y'all get no phone call. You get 1 phone call in a month. And then a nigga call you a rat. But that shit is drive you the motherfucker crazy. You stood on business. You could have did that. Could have did that. You smell me? So like that was like probably the worst shit. I had to really lose my mind to come out of that. You smell me? I
Was
had
that
to
one
pray.
of the co-defendants or somebody? Who started that
A
room?
nigga that wasn't even on the case. It be like that. Nigga ain't even got nothing to do with nothing. They just be trying to do anything for Instagram.
That's a
like
basic
views.
internet
I seen you
troller.
were
That's what that is.
upset about it, but when Boosie mentioned it, you really went.
The
you went
thing
ham
about
on that with
people
Boosie.
like the brother, I don't, whatever Boosie, I love the brother. You know what I'm saying? Misguidance is what causes mankind to be ignorant. You smell me? He was led into that dictionary. If he would have went fed, or he would have at least talked to me and said, RALO, pull up with the paperwork and show me, because this nigga saying this about you. This nigga saying this. You could have gave me an opportunity to show you, like, look, John, this is what I'm on. But now, but with people out, generally, if a nigga say something bad about you that ain't true, or possibly they want that shit to be true. They wish that upon you. Because if a nigga, if Goldmouth do some lame shit, or any nigga I love, if my bitch do some lame shit, if a nigga tell me a nigga fucking my bitch right now while me and you talking, I'm like, hell nah, that ain't going on. It's gotta be something else to this. It's got to be something else to this. I ain't gonna let no shit, can't no nigga tell me nothing about my people without me going to my people and
verifying
being
that
able
shit.
to say, hey, what's going on? You
Right.
smell me? What's going on? Tell me, show me what's going on. If he would have done that, then we wouldn't be here today. If niggas would have did their investigation, their proper investigation, what going on? Let me hear the whole phone call. Let me hear this. Let me do that. If you do your proper investigation, then you'll get the truth. You smell me? Investigate. That's what the feds do. They get their motherfucking truth. They get their facts and they prosecute your ass. Get your facts together and bring it to the table. That's what you do. You don't go do no lame shit like that to your mans or nobody. Don't do that. Don't do lame shit to nobody. Just go up there and ask them, hey, look, what's going on? And then you make a decision yourself on how to go about this. No nigga ain't finna say nothing about my mans and I'm not finna push up on my man. Hey, John, push up. What the fuck you doing that for? I would have never did that to a nigga.
As simple as that.
I would've never
Asking
did
the
that.
question, man.
Have you
Come on,
spoke
man.
to him since?
I mean, we speak through, you know, I represent Wild and Luchi. I stay down for him. I talk to his mom. I do right by my people that's in jail because I was in jail.
Right.
Niggas that's dead and all that type of shit. We have mutual friends. I don't be with that telling a nigga to pick a side because I fuck with this dude. You smell me? Just cause he said that or whatever, that don't deter me from fucking with Luchi mama and Luchi and shit like that. So yeah, I do right by my people. So we will always have common folk. You smell me? But you know, whenever he read, I'm not in denial. Like, let's talk. Like, whenever. I ain't got no pride issue. You know, some of these niggas, they get some money and they just think they too good. But I'm not that nigga. You smell me? You right now, you can pull up. Right now.
That nigga, hey, I just gotta say this, bro. This nigga RALO a real nigga, bro. And I probably like the nigga so much on what he stand on business is because I'm the same way. Like, I don't expect a nigga to do no different than what I would do. So if I'm gonna be loyal to my nigga and I ain't gotta question nothing, that's how I move. So I expect that's how my man's to move. You feel me? I ain't got time for the BS. I'm trying to get to the money. I'm trying to enjoy my life, have my family, whatever. All that extra shit, man, kick rocks with it. I ain't got time for it. So when you get done dirty, it kind of fucks you up. You know what I'm saying? Because you like, damn, I would never do that to my nigga, bro. Ever in life. And sometimes I've been thinking my mom raised me too good, Ty, because I'm like, damn, other niggas so grimy and do shit just, it don't matter if you known them 20 years. I'm the type of nigga, I could never do that to my nigga, man. Ever. I don't care what it is. I'm never smashing my nigga's ex-girls. I'm never talking, if that nigga go to jail, I'm never talking to his girl trying to push up on her. I'm not cut like that. I'm a real LA nigga, you feel me? The shit I learned when I was a kid embedded in my fucking brain. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with RALO because of that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nigga can come give me a one. I'm ready. You smell me? Like, I don't be with all that old bitch ass shit. And then I won't tell you like go get no gun because I ain't scared to lose. You smell me? We can fight it out or whatever. Even if we do some lying shit now, we fight over here and shit. You smell me? So like, it's just like that with me. If you my brother or supposed to be my brother, you love me or you some kind of real nigga, then you know we can have a conversation. If we don't like the results to it, let's shoot it. Let's shoot a one. You know what I'm saying? But niggas quit to go get a gun when they get their ass beat.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
the Dolph situation.
Right.
When you heard that news,
I almost lost my goddamn mind. I lost my cell phone that day. See, Dolph, whenever I had phones and shit in the joint, man, Dolph would sit on the phone 3-4 hours. You smell me? Just talking, just vibing. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the niggas that when Queen sent him over songs for me, he jumped right on it. Whenever any one of my people be around him and say a free RALO thing, he do it. Whenever my family needed some money, he send it. You smell me? So like, with Dolph, you know, I gotta choose that side. Why? That man in the ground. He got kids out this motherfucker that growing up without a dad. How the fuck I look? I ain't got no beef with your guy or nobody that's with him. Or whatever. I ain't saying he did it. I ain't saying that.
Yeah.
Whoever did whatever they did. But for me to be fucking with a nigga that this man was hating, you know, Yo Gotti was my favorite rapper all my life. But this man been fucking with me and my family and helping me with my livelihood and helping me feed my kids and shit. And looking out for my neighborhood. He the reason why he contributed to all we have today. For me to goddamn be fucking with some people and that man dead that he disliked it, and his wife, his girl out here raising the motherfucker by herself, I ain't doing that. I ain't
Real
saying I'm
nigga.
finna go over here and step on home and do none of that shit. I'm just saying it ain't the right thing to do. If your man's in the ground that you was fucking with and he didn't fuck with these people, I'm not finna do it.
Real
I ain't
solid
saying,
nigga,
hey, everybody,
boy.
let's go to war. I ain't
For
saying that.
sure.
I'm just saying I'ma move right. If Goldmouth died today and he was beefing with a nigga, I'm not finna go. If Goldmouth died today and Jesus wanna come embrace me, I'm not doing that. All right, Jesus, assalamu alaikum. But I'm not finna go hug this man and embrace this man. I don't want no smoke. Do your thing. You smell me? But whoever it is, you smell me? That's just me. Cause I won't want nobody to do that to me. I won't want nobody to do that to me.
Exactly.
Facts. That's all that
And the
is.
Dolph shit this shit fucked the rap game up for a long time.
I mean, it's different from the rap game than actually being around a person.
Yeah.
Man, that brother was a good dude, man. That brother ain't never charged me for a feature. That brother ain't never charged me. He ain't even say, Rallo, just buy my clothes to pull up at the video shoot. This nigga pull up after he got shot with the sling on, nigga, and come shoot the video. Yeah, he barely able to motherfucking walk. Hell nah, boy, I didn't want to cry to him now.
Yeah.
I love that boy. I love him to death. I'm forever with him. I'm standing on that. Hell nah, I ain't going.
So you got that phone call that day, like, how'd you react? Was it like in shock or?
I had got
disbelief?
caught with my phone that day. I got caught with my phone. And the judge said if he ever catch me with another phone, he was gonna smoke my boots. I was gonna get a lot of time. So I actually got charged with a phone. So
How you kept getting caught with a phone though?
I think that
Like they just do random searches or some shit?
they do that, but you know, I never posted no pictures of me or nothing in jail, but them motherfuckers just know I got a little money. They know I got a little money. They know I need, and I talk on the
They
wall.
know that nigga they gotta watch.
It's another phone, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So like, I think it was just identifying the character. You smell me? Then you know I'm in that motherfucker to the point where you see authority. They on some shit like, okay, this nigga got all these millions of dollars. We're gonna make sure he know that he not in power at my facility. So I'm quick to yes sir, no ma'am. How you doing today, sir?
Right.
I'm very
Relinquish
polite
that. Let them
when it
think
comes
they
to
got it. You know what I'm saying?
authority, smell me?
Even if they don't, or even if they do.
So they took your phone that day? Go ahead. You left
When they
off on
took
that.
my phone, they took the phone. I seen where they took the phone to. When they took the phone to there, I went over there and I got it. I stole the phone back. So when I stole the phone back, I gave it to a white boy. I gave it to the white boy, and I was like, hold the phone, because they might find out I got this motherfucker. It's hard to get phones in feds. So the white boy got down, wallahi, this motherfucker walk out the dome and get a police the phone.
Hell
And say they belong to
no.
RALO.
Can't trust. Oh,
So
hell
the day
no.
Dolph died, me and him, I had a fucked up day. Then I found out that happened. I ain't even know on my phone. I'm on lockdown for the phone or whatnot. A nigga come to my door and say, your partner Dolph just died. I wanted to kill his ass. Y'all better get away from that door. Your stupid ass don't tell nobody that.
Right.
What the hell wrong with you, boy?
He was the first person to tell you?
He was the first person to tell me. There's some good niggas in Alabama, man. Shout out to Clay County, Alabama.
Yeah. And you was like, nah.
They say he got shot. So I'm thinking it was like the last time he got shot. They ain't tell me his ass was up through there. You smell me? I ain't found out that to going, cause now they removing me from that facility because they feel like I got too much influence over the facility. Cause just like then, you got the little boy, white boy named Texas. You got this old dude named Burnt Dot. All these people signed the affidavits. That's my phone. That ain't RALO phone. Got several people sign the affidavit saying it ain't my phone. So right then, you know, people was just advocating not to get me moved, because you gotta think about it. Some of these dudes ain't have no money on their book, no income coming. I'm in that bitch feeding the whole dorm. I got this good spirits in there because we praying all 5 prayers every day. We got good structure in this bitch. So these people wasn't up for allowing me to leave. They was trying to protect me from that. But soon as, you know, I would have said, hey, that was a white boy phone who agreed to this. Oh, you're a snitch. It's just stupid shit like that. I paid several niggas to take phone charges and shit for me while I was down. And before I went to jail, you smell me? So it's just like that, you know.
Yeah, man. Dolph was in this city that day, camouflage vet, and he was spotted at the cookie store in Memphis, man.
Right.
And shit was all over the internet that day. It was a real bad day. That was a real sad day.
I think that every day from that day was bad.
Yeah, like I said, it really hurt the. You knew him personally, but that really hurt the rap game as a whole too.
I understand.
You know, a lot like Nipsey. You know, hustler, entrepreneur, independent, getting it from the mud. Yeah, man. Shit fucked up. So we all know Thug is currently fighting a case.
Right.
And you've been really vocal about, you know, people not speaking up, saying free Luchi,
Right.
not campaigning for Luchi.
Right.
You've been really vocal about that. Right. And a lot of people, you know, in this rap game, there's not a lot of people who have a backbone. And you're one of the few that speak, you know, how they feel. But you've really been consistently on some, you know, free Luchi shit.
Right.
What's that connection with you and Luchi?
Man, Luchi, we kind of like, he popped off a little bit before me in the rap game. And him and I came up with a couple records, like Every Day, that was our first song. And Young Scooter had called me and was like, well, they playing the Everyday song every day over here. So, you know, that was one of my biggest songs that I had at that time outside of the song I got with Future, the Can't Lie Future, the Can't Lie feature that I had with Future. And him and I was, you know, trying to strategize how to get in the rap game. And he just one of them brothers that we kind of was raised together in that game, you smell me? And him and I did a lot of shows together. Whatever he couldn't sell out, I was able to sell out, Brian, because it was places like, it was certain places in Alabama that I was hotter at. And the venue wasn't selling enough tickets, so they'll put me on there and I'll bring a bigger crowd. It was Huntsville, that's what it was, Huntsville, Alabama. It was a couple places like that, and then sometimes he'll do it. Sometimes I'll pop up at his shit for free, he'll pop up at my shit for free. And him and I, we really had gathered our bond from one day he had fell off a four-wheeler in Poker Bean Projects in Miami. And I stayed in the hospital with him all them days. Just stayed in there, just sitting in there because nobody was down there with him. You know, his mom and his family support him heavy. Don't take that from him. But they was way in Atlanta. I was fucking with Birdman real heavy at that time. So while I was fucking with Birdman, I was at Birdman house because I was staying with Birdman like 6 months. So I leave from Star Island, well, Palms Island, because, you know, Rick Ross gonna say he ain't live on Star Island. Well, Palms Island. So I left.
Rick Ross gonna say.
You did?
Yeah, you may want to scoot it.
So I left, I used to leave from Palms Island to go over there to the hospital that Lucy was in, and we just talked about a lot of things. And, you know, when a nigga down bad and fucked up, whether it's a hospital bed, whether it's a cell, if you together with that individual, it creates some shit that out of our control.
Yeah.
So we was able to start bonding. And then I know how I feel to be in now without a person saying free RALO. You smell me? So I'm one of the ones that gonna say free Lucy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say free Thug.
Yeah. You feel like the rap game's on some gay shit, picking sides, and you know, Thug's the bigger artist, so a lot of people tend to choose sides for who's the bigger, who can benefit them the most at the time.
Right. I mean, you just said it for yourself, you smell me? But you got certain people, like Lil Baby, he got a bigger bond with Thug than he never really had a bond with Luchi. He never met Luchi. You smell me? So he organically supposed to pick Thug over Luchi.
Exactly.
You smell me? And then you got niggas like me who, you know, growed up beefing with Thug to now that's my partner and I still fuck with Luke. You smell me? And you know, right now, when I was in prison, more money was involved. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. Before I went to prison, you know, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora was just really kicking up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So niggas weren't making money off streams. You know, we had the live mixtape, the my mixtape, the Dat Piff, the Spinnerellas. We had all that shit. So a lot of dudes didn't have the financial stability that they had today. And when you get financial stability at that time, you start to, you know, poke your chest out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And feel like you needless of anybody because, you know, when we know that we need people, we humble ourselves down. You smell me? But when you feel like you don't need a motherfucker, it's fuck the world. And that can cause a lot of mischief within the land. That can cause a lot of problems. You smell me?
So what makes you so vocal about that? You feel like a lot more people in Atlanta should be vocal about life and Luchi? You think it should be a full campaign? Because you know the feeling of being in jail and nobody.
I mean, I can't really speak about what another motherfucker can do. I just gonna do my part and do the right thing. You smell me? Because I can
The only
preach.
thing you
We
can
should
do.
do this, that, and the third, but ain't nobody gonna do it. It's better I was just lean by example. Like a lot of niggas went Sims, you just had a massive wave. They had ESC, they had my boy 42, he had a massive campaign to the point where niggas was scared to say Long Live Dolph.
Yeah.
Niggas was like, I ain't saying that because if I say that, then I'm gonna be blackballed from these individuals. You know what I'm saying? But you know me, when you just like I said, if you need this of an individual, it's like fuck them. I don't need them niggas. Not saying they fucked up people, but I don't need them. You smell me?
Yeah.
I'm a rep for a dead man. I feel like most niggas dead is in prison or real niggas anyway. So, these niggas that's alive doing so much lame ass shit to the point where I just rather go, I'm gonna go pray for the dead people. Because this lame ass shit that going on out here, it's just, I can't get jiggy with this shit.
I can't
I
get jiggy
remember I
with
was
this
in
shit.
the old Pakistan.
That nigga crazy.
We did an interview that did amazing. And I think you and Rich Homie Quan were at odds. Have y'all spoke since?
I think, that was just some rap shit. I don't ever underestimate nobody or I don't estimate no enemy because, he probably got some niggas willing to crash out. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, I was a young, ignorant nigga. Still today I get ignorant. I still do stupid shit at times. You know what I'm saying? But today I just have a massive amount of knowledge to the point where, why do that? I mean, he did some lame shit. He probably still do some lame shit, but niggas do lame shit every day. And I shouldn't even went there. You smell me? If you feed a dummy, the dummy get big. You smell me? So that was dumb shit that I fed. And I was having fun because I'm used to being in school and punching niggas' ass out that went back that shit. You smell me? Or being in jail, telling nigga I'm using the phone for a certain many hours and you gonna use it for this many hours. So I guess I was used to kind of bullying and shit. And he was one of the dudes I chose as prey. Not saying he a pussy. You know what I'm saying? And I was ready for whatever came with whatever he was on. You smell me?
Yeah. Gucci Mane.
Right.
He's somebody that you signed to early, right? You signed to, it wasn't 10, was it 10,
It was 1017 Eskimo. That was signed up on the time, actually, at Alamo Records.
Yeah, and then you shortly bought yourself out of the deal?
Right. Because, the thing with me is, when I teamed up with WAP, I was thinking that we was going to do like some Key Glock and...
Like some massive shit.
Some Key Glock and Dolph shit.
Yeah.
You smell me? And maybe I wasn't worthy of that to him in his eyes. You smell me? Because I ain't never shot a video with him, but, I always looked up to him.
What year was this, like 16?
That was 16 going into 17. Yeah. After the win, I didn't want to tell him that while he was getting married. You smell me? I ain't want to be no nigga that bring, because I know Keisha was crazy about me. She loved me. She treated me like a son. I got most of my advice financially from Keisha. She a very intelligent woman. I love that lady to death. You know what I'm saying? But I know it broke her heart when we departed ways. But you gotta think, like, I was used to getting, at that time, I was getting $10,000, $15,000 a month from Empire. Guys that were sending me a check, I was getting 85% of my streams. So when I got with a major label, which was Alamo Records at that time, which was what 1017 Eskimo Records was tied up under, I wasn't receiving no more checks. So all that little money that I was getting legitimately, that I was able to go buy little shit that, cause back then I was scared to even spend my dope money on massive things. I just go re-up and do whatever I gotta do in the streets, go in the club, go to the Louis store, do shit but like shit that I wanted to buy, like cars, like when I bought my first Lamborghini and shit, I was able to buy that through rap money. You smell me? Yeah. But however, I wasn't getting no more outside. You smell me? Other than show money and shit, but I wanted to keep my back catalog. And I had gave up that for a small amount of change, not knowing, how the game go. Like, major labels get a lot of their fucking money. You smell me? If you ain't getting on massive advance, I don't advise you to do that. Unless you just an artist that, that need the help really, really bad. But
Yeah.
You know, at that time I ain't really need it. You smell me?
How much did you sign for, if you don't mind?
I think I signed for 250,000.
250?
Yes, sir.
Well, ain't bad. I mean, somebody like you, that's nothing, but that's
Yeah.
like changing money for somebody that ain't used to it, you know?
I just, you know, I was the first artist he had signed.
Taxes though, man.
And that meant a lot to me. But of course, you know, I really was supposed to sign the QCP at that time. You know, I was actually out with QCP all day. Me and P used to take me to all the clubs. He used, you know, he'd do his thing, throw money. You know, I wasn't used to riding alone with no nigga. But P, I had trusted him, and I just got in the car with him. I left the whole Pakistan in Pakistan, and we just rode around. That was something I never did. And, you know, he put me up on his wing. He took me to all the clubs, you know, introduced me to a couple of DJs. And on that night, on one of them nights, he introduced me to the nigga Gucci. So when he introduced me to Gucci, Gucci automatically shot me his number. The next day, Gucci hit me like, I want to fuck with you, but I ain't know if you signed the Future. I ain't know if you signed the Birdman. I had a couple big pillars that, you know, that was massive in the game. Yeah. And then before, you know, before QC had got Lil Baby, then before QC had got start promoting Lil Yachty, they only had the Migos at that time. And you know, I didn't really see P going as big as he went. You smell me? Because he was always a nigga like me. He was satisfied with what he had. You smell me? He really didn't care for more. He was always content and happy with what he got. And then they got Bad and Bougie. Once they got Bad and Bougie,
Out of here.
It was over. So that's who I supposed to have signed to at that time. But Gucci took me up on his wing. You smell me? He gave me a free verse one day. And them free verses had meant something to me because I had just paid Future for a verse, a massive amount of money.
What was it, like 75,000? 25, I think?
I ain't gonna really disclose how much I gave him. But I had gave him some money. You gotta think about it. At that time, $100,000 was like $1 million a day. Like you see niggas with, I was the first young nigga in the city with a Lamborghini. Not to brag about that, but we didn't see Lamborghinis. We didn't see 2015 niggas looking at my Hellcat like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that was like a Lamborghini in the hood
what
type.
I gave him was a lot to the streets. Cause we was dropping on my mixtape, that Pill for Spinnerella. We wasn't even expecting to get no money back from any stream income. So whatever I gave, if I would have gave him $1,000, that shit meant something to me. You smell me? So when niggas started giving me features, that shit just meant a lot to me. Yeah, Gucci Man was one of the first one that gave me a free feature. Outside of Young Thug.
When did it go sour? When were you like, you know what, I'm better off independent, like I fuck with Gucci, no bad feelings, but I'm not seeing no money. The business ain't right. I want to be free.
I don't think anything can really ever go sour with Gucci because Gucci let me out the contract. He could have said, hell no.
Right, yeah. He could have been like the diddler.
Money, or you got the labor money, whatever the money came from, and then you stand in this contract. However, it was good, nigga, and he just let me out the contract. And I'm appreciative for it. So I can't even say nothing ever went sour because we kept our friendship while I was out the contract with him. You smell me?
Yeah. Did you have to like buy your way out, or he just let you?
I bought my way out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna approach no real nigga. Tell him to let me out the contract for free.
With nothing.
The man supposed to be on it, paid the man, like did all this type of shit for me, gave me verses and shit. I would have never went to no nigga with my hand out saying let me out the contract. Like the rest of these niggas know.
Yeah. Can you say the number or
I think it was more than the 250.
So you paid?
I paid more because you gotta think about it. Alamo had paid my lawyer fees. They had paid the nigga Jeffrey, the lawyer Jeffrey from New York. They had paid him, and he had charged us a lot of money. So I had to pay lawyer fees. I had to pay little promotion shit, all kinds of shit. So it just come with it.
So you just go back, get some street money, and bring it to him?
No, I actually had got some shows and shit. So I had some money in that account.
Okay.
I had been getting shows. After I had bought my Lamborghini or whatnot, I just was able to save money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had nothing all the rest. See, at first, when I was buying property, I was cashing out on everything. When I got to prison, I learned the game, never cash out. Just go ahead and put a down payment down and finance.
Get your credit right.
You smell me? If I would have known that back then, I had like $5-6 million in property. I could have pulled the equity out and bought more shit.
Sirski.
So, you know, I had not paid everything off, so after I bought my Lamborghini cash, I got one of the stupidest shit I ever did. I fucked around and was saving money, so when I was saving money, I end up sending him back his money throughout my account.
Mm. And then you're 100% free?
Yeah, I was 100% free.
Yeah, because as of late, you know, Gucci has the new 1017.
Right.
With Pooh Shiesty, Big Scar, Enchanting. He had Hot Boy West. A lot of great talent.
Right.
Pooh Shiesty left a mark on the game.
But make a big mark.
Yeah. A lot of people, it's mixed reviews because a lot of that whole roster is either dead or in jail. I mean, you got Big Walk Dog out right now still doing this thing. But what's your thoughts on that? Because, I mean, you dealt with him before. You could speak from experience. A lot of people like to throw shade on Gucci.
Right.
Is it a executive thing or is it the artist thing?
I think that, cause they're gonna say it's a curse on 1017. However, you know, Gucci Man went through what I went through. He had been abandoned. He went to prison, got out to his girl. His girl stayed down. A lot of niggas left him in there.
Made him double up his money he left her with too.
Well, I see his mind that is being with his family. You smell me? So whenever we sign the artists and shit, we have to be mindful of that's like inheriting a kid. So whenever you inherit a kid, you got to think about the household. You got to think about, you know, where you don't want your kid to be at, or what you want your kid on, because you raising them in this game, because the rap game is a whole total different game. So I think what's missing is that father figure. You know what I'm saying? That person that we can call, and he an artist, so he don't got time for that type of shit. You smell me? It been going right now, don't get me wrong. Shit, he have had artists popping, shit like that.
A lot of success.
We still gotta understand that we need that father figure in our CEOs. We need that embracement to teach us the game, to tell us not to do certain things. So that's what's missing in my opinion.
Yeah, but a lot of times as a CEO, you don't know, these artists live a double life.
Right.
They, you know, you see the artistry in them, you see them go to the studio, but then when they go back home, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know if they popping perks. You don't know if they selling drugs. You don't know what they're doing. You could be a good mentor, but when they go home, they're away from you. You feel me?
Well, I understand feeling. I mean, you're not responsible for what you don't know. So, I mean, but in having a label is like having a household. And having a label is like having a household. So just like we go downstairs and tell our kids, did you wash the dishes in the kitchen? Did you clean the backyard? Did you make up your bed and things of that matter? We have to look at our artists like that. You smell me? And that's what's needed. You know what I'm saying? Some of us
they like stepkids.
Accomplish success without it, but that's rare. You smell me? You got to nurture your artists and stuff like that. And I ain't saying, I just don't think that he have time for that shit. And the man done put in too much work. That man done went to prison. That man got kids and shit. That man can't be dealing with all that shit. I mean, and it can cause harm without knowledge, without knowing. So I ain't gonna say nothing bad about him, and I ain't gonna, bring him down ever.
Right. While you were locked up, we reported the news to the old apartment that we went to was sold for $2 million.
Right.
And how'd you feel about that? Because I know you were emotionally attached to that property.
Shit.
Did you try to buy it back or not?
I tried my best to buy it back. And my girl, I called my girl because
Hold on, wait. Victoria, is that catching? All right, go ahead.
Yeah, but my attachment to the
Nah, we good.
You good?
We good.
Hella choppers over the city.
Apartments, because you gotta think about it. Whenever you Muslim, you want to be close to the worship area. And right next to those apartments, we had a mosque. And that's where the Muslim pray at. So we was able to walk directly out our front door, go to our right, and turn right in there, and go make our salat and pray to our Lord. So the harm was that I wasn't able to have, because we gotta know how important convenience is. Just like it costs a lot to stay in the city because of stores and stuff like that. The convenience of being able to have access to the mosque means a lot to the Muslim. It's supposed to mean a lot to her. If it don't mean a lot to you, then you need to check yourself. But however, that was my main attachment. So, you know, I called my girl. I said, look, them motherfuckers just got on the market for $2 million. I mean, it wasn't even on the market for $2 million. It was on the market for at 1.4, but you can bid on it.
Yep.
So I had people ready to bid on it, buy whatever. But I called my girl and she was like, she don't like the memories that occurred enough. So out of the sake of my love for my girl, I just let it alone.
Oh, okay, for sure.
What are they doing with it now?
It's still over there looking crazy. They tried to fix it up and shit like that, but it ain't working out.
Is that you think that's like a tourist attraction now? People drive by just to, cause it's been all over the news and music videos and vlogs and.
Yeah, I think it's a tourist thing.
Yeah, people just drive by just to see like what's.
I think when I came over here, it just make people look down on that because you see we got the Mercedes-Benz stadium right across the street. We got a plaza.
Right.
So we in the core. We like God. Sometimes He'll take some things from you and give you better.
Give you more, give you better.
Yeah.
For
sure.
When you got locked up, a lot of people blamed Vlad TV.
Nah, you can't blame Vlad. That shit on Vlad ain't talking about a bitch ass thing, man. Like none of those things on Vlad was used against me. None of that shit. Them people was never even caring about drugs, period. Their main concern was the violent crimes. The agenda for the authorities in Georgia was to bring down all street gangs. And at that time, they thought we was a street gang. They looked at us, they looked at Found Going for America as a street gang, but we had no umbrella up under the Bloods or umbrella up under the Crips. So that what made it harder. Just like why I said they trying to attach them to the Blood so badly that they able to try to, you know, fight for blood charges and stuff like that. But I ain't in no fucking gang, you smell me? However, that was their goal to bring down all gangs and all the violent crimes that occurred. So they never cared about the drugs. I ain't gonna say that the law just don't give a fuck about drugs, but that wasn't what they indicted me for. Everybody's confused like, oh, this nigga went to jail for some weed. No, it wasn't about no weed. It's just, you know, certain things they couldn't, you know, indict me for.
Yeah. You never did drugs, did you?
Nah, I never smoked drugs in my life.
Yeah, me either. I never tried weed. You tried weed before?
Hell no.
Yeah.
I don't get out my own supply.
Never even got curious about how it make you feel?
I seen it. I seen the curiosity. I seen my family members sprung out on this shit. That's all I need to see. I ain't want to be like that.
All right.
Everybody in my family did drugs. Still do drugs.
Never tried smoking weed.
I ain't trying to be no bum. I'm not saying weed smokers are bum, but at that time it was crack. It was crack. It wasn't no motherfucking weed. Everybody had their stem and their Britlow pad and they shooter and they was smoking crack rock. It wasn't no fucking weed. This weed shit new. Weed ain't even really a drug to me. I be seeing niggas saying they got rich off bags and shit like that. That shit really, when I was promoting this shit because I looked at it as nothing.
Yeah.
I ain't look at it as a control. So I'm like, this some fucking weed. I'll be out in a minute. Like, I ain't no goddamn, until I sat down that they were trying to send me ass, you know, forever for other things.
Yeah. What about, you know, fentanyl is the new thing that's taking over the streets right now.
Yeah, fuck fentanyl,
that wasn't really a thing in 2018, right?
Nah, I mean, it was creeping up the ladder because I lost a lot of clientele. I lost a lot of clientele to fentanyl because I wasn't never selling fentanyl. So people that had fentanyl, they was getting a lot of my customers because that shit was, you know what I'm saying, real powerful.
Taking off.
It was creeping in the game. I felt the loss. I felt the loss of clientele when it hit, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say it wasn't around in 18.
Yeah. What stopped you from getting into it? You felt like it was just too harsh? It was like poison, really like poison the community.
I mean, I ain't never look at drugs as poisoning the community until I went to the Fed. That's when I started saying, okay, drugs fuck up communities. But however, you know, you coming up and selling dope, and your mama selling dope, your dad selling dope, everybody around you selling and smoking dope. You don't look at it as wrong because this is what you raised. When I went to prison and going to RDAP and taking all these different drug classes and stuff, then I started saying, oh, this is some fucked up shit. But at that time, the only reason why I ain't pick up no fentanyl because I was doing so good off what I had going on. If I'm making $1 or $2 a month, what the hell I need some fentanyl? Well, if it ain't broke,
$2 million a month.
Yeah.
God damn.
Now you do give back a lot to the community.
Right.
I've seen videos, you just, handing out hamburgers to homeless people, and you got a lot of mixed reviews about, you threw up thousands to the homeless.
Right.
You just throwing them in the air.
Right.
A lot of people didn't like that though. A lot of people felt like you could have just handed it to them.
I mean,
Did you see the feedback on that though?
Yeah, you never know what a person's opinion is about something until they discover it. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been so used to going in the club, making it rain, to the point where I was like, shit, I'm gonna make it rain on the homeless. I never even looked at that as a bad thing. Still to this day, I still find a conflict and, and I find confusion and how the fuck they take that as bad. You know what I mean? So, I might go do that.
I thought it was like throwing it on some peasant type shit.
Harming, it was fun to me, you know what I'm saying? And they liked it too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, money. Look, I'll pick it up, throw it, I'm picking it.
See, some of them motherfuckers left out there with 1,000, 800. We did the same thing they did with the scribbles to the homeless people. I just felt like instead of going to the club, let's go get it to the homeless people. Cause really what happened, Keisha had that money that night. I might have had like 10,000. Gucci Man had got like 20, 30,000 that night. And when we were walking out the club, Gucci had left about 5, 6,000, and I had left like 3, 4,000. So I had like 10. I had a lot of fucking ones. And Gucci and Keisha, they took their ass back to Miami. That's where they go. They went home. So when they went home, not Miami, some part of Florida, but when they went home, I'm like, man, I don't want that nigga to think I got him money. I'm gonna go throw this shit. I couldn't go to no club. It was daytime. So I said, okay, we finna go down here. I said, look, mom, I'm throwing it on the homeless. Cause I used to call Keisha my mama.
Yeah. Is Atlanta still the same? Because everybody I talk to from Atlanta, they say it's not. It's gentrified now. It's a little bit different than before.
Atlanta is better, man.
It's better.
This street used to be full of junkies. I ain't seen auntie on the corner selling pussy. You used to see auntie on every corner selling pussy. Now you gotta go online and buy some pussy from a bitch. You smell me? But like, I ain't seen auntie on this corner selling no pussy. Like, I used to see my family members on these same corners selling pussy for crack. Atlanta is better. This is what need to go on. Whatever the fuck went on, it need to keep happening.
So you like the gentrification? You like seeing white people jog their dogs down the street?
I mean, I'm not a racist person.
Yeah.
You smell me? I got rich all white people.
But some people look at it as a cultural thing, though.
For sure.
The culture. Once more white people move in, the culture kind of not the same.
I love white people. White people used to be my best clientele.
Best clientele.
Yeah.
Hey.
I got rich off grams. I ain't get.
Right. It's just like rapping. People think we the biggest consumers. It's the white people that are the biggest consumers of our culture and our rap. You feel me? So, you see what he's saying? He got rich off the white man. He didn't get rich off slinging and shit in the hood. You feel me? He got rich off the grams. They wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Bro, man.
Get rich off bricks. You smell me? So like, I got rich off bricks, busting them down the grams, of course. But like, they used to buy all my grams most of the time. Not saying, nothing against them or I'm trying to bring them down, but shit, at that time they fed my family. I appreciated them.
So at what age
I appreciated them.
Did you get your first million?
I think I was 21.
21 with $1 million.
That's crazy.
Now, actually, what happened was I had made my first 800 and some thousand. But when I had made the 800, I was like, boy, I can make $1 million.
For
So
sure.
I did.
You only
I
200
went and
away.
bought me another pack. Like I had bought me like 10 and 10. I bought me 10 white. Then I bought me 10 bricks, boy. I bought it. And once I bought it, shit, I went past $1 million. I think I was like 3, 4, shit like that. Because I used to make all my money back off just the cocaine, and all my heroin money used to be profit. At that time.
Did you ever shocked like, what the fuck am I doing? Like,
it never like.
It didn't hit you?
The people that I had been dealing with at the time, they had pallets of money. So like whenever I dropped my
his shit wasn't
off,
right. It wasn't shit. That nigga seen them
500,000
Pakistanians
suitcase off. It was
goddamn
one suitcase
30 million.
20, 30 suitcases. You smell me? So like they used to put it in the pamper boxes and put it on the pallet, wrap it around in the pallet, and they'll put it on the truck, and that's how they ship their money around. So like, if you taking your little bag of money it's a big bag because it's $1 million to us or 800 whatever it is to us. This is my whole re-up. But this motherfucker got 34 of these bags up there. So like I was never grateful for what I had because looking at what my people had.
On your way up to $1 million, you know, in the street game, it's ups and downs. You can get backdoored, you could get robbed. Good days, bad days, people that, you know, setups, all type of shit happen. On your way up to that first $1 million, did you have any hiccups?
Hey, I had a big hiccups. Shit, the hiccups never stop. You smell me? That just come with the dope game. Like, you might lose some money today. That's why when I had lost my first $1 million in the weed game.
How'd you lose $1 million?
A nigga driving down the street with no lights on.
Oh my God.
Hell
He riding down the street, he slipped.
Hell no.
And that was that the PJ situation?
That was another PJ situation, not my PJ situation. Not all of them, of course. I plead out to all of the situations, but I wasn't in that vein.
Physically there, yeah. Exactly. Got the lights off at night.
I wouldn't say it at night. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. So it still was night, but finna be day in about an hour.
Probably foggy type and all that.
They still require you to have your headlights on.
Well, so the first $1 million, right? Was it any like life-threatening? I'm talking about like kick doors, jack boys.
Nah, I only lost money to like drug busts and shit like that.
So jack boys never ever got to you?
I mean, when I was younger, you know, I dealt with all that. I shot Greg ass and shot everybody that was with him. I went to trial. I lost the trial. Like on my first day.
Who's Greg?
I mentioned it on my first day out song. When I was 14 years old, they tried to take my bomb. Your bomb was your drug, your little pack. And I went up there and I shot the shit out of him. I shot him and everybody that was right there, but he was the only one that came to court. He came to every court date.
You said nobody called him a rat.
Nobody called that man a rat. That nigga ass still up. He was in a wheelchair when I came back to the block. He probably still is in the wheelchair. Shit, at times I hope the Lord he's still there. You feel me? But however, he was the only one that came to court and testified on the juvenile. He came to every court appearance. He hopped his ass up there when he went in the wheelchair. He rolled his ass in there. He identified me. He went.
That nigga wanted you up out of there, sir.
Like, that type of shit went on countless times. We was doing that shit when we were DKC, YKC, LKC. That was our little clique.
So everybody who tried to fuck with you, they got dealt with.
I mean, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about it.
Shit like that.
Basically.
Hypothetically
speaking.
You're Muslim. Everybody knows that. I mean, but you know, over like maybe the last 6 years, a lot of other rappers been transitioning. Boxers too.
Right.
Like Devin Haney, I think Tank.
Right.
A lot of rappers. I see Dirk. I think Moneybag Yo.
Right.
Shout
out to Moneybag Yo. Taking shit out.
Moneybag.
We respect that.
So how do you? Because me and Charleston White talk about it a lot, but it's like some people look at it as a trend to be cool, and then some people look at it as, you know, like how do you look at it?
I think our destination that we should be trying to get to is pleasing our Lord. So if it is a trend to please our Lord, it's so big. I would love for it to continue the trend. If you just gotta follow RALO to get to that destination, then follow RALO. If you gotta follow Kevin Gates and you feel like there's something that, you know, you wanna do because he doing it, then all praise and thanks to our Lord. I don't even if niggas in prison, they become Muslim because they need protection. But shit, it was plenty of times where our Lord protected us from things. So, you know, I look at it as, you know, we all need God. We all need this religion. We all need help. We all need unity. You smell me? So it was never like, it was the story of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A man came to his village and he said, if I become Muslim, I want you to give me something. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, what do you want me to give him? He said, I want a camel. And the Prophet Muhammad told the man, hey, y'all go give him a camel. He said, no, I want the best camel. At that time, it was red camels. Red camels was the high-priced camels at that time. And he told him, give him a red camel. So he went back to his village with his camel. everybody in his village became Muslim because of that. So it don't matter how you get there, just get there. You know what I mean? I don't care about, here, this nigga scared and he need protection because whatever he is, he found God. You know what I mean? He found a good religion for himself. And this is something that I have seen benefit countless men. You know what I mean? So
It brings structure. That's why you get structure when you got something to believe in.
Beneficial sense, it shouldn't make no sense at all.
Worst investment you ever made?
The worst investment I have ever made. Shit, I gotta say the rap game.
You think so?
Yeah.
For sure.
How much fucking money I have if I wouldn't never start rapping? Scooter came over there with that chain and got me rapping and shit. Man, nobody really knew who I was. They just heard RALO, the millionaire RALO who sells drugs, who got the bluff on lock. I was making millions and millions of dollars.
So you was just in your world doing your thing.
Yeah,
People just kept.
Sometimes I had good months.
People
I made
kept
$3
hearing your
million,
name.
$4 million. You gotta think about it. If I would have kept me up 10 months of $4 million, I would have had a father ball. I would have did that 2-3 years. I would have been up 100 or 2 million cash. You smell me? So like, when I fucked around with this pussy ass rap game, it fucked me up. Cause now the spotlight is on me.
Hey, hold on, I gotta say this, man. I gotta say this. Hey, he ain't lying, bro. Cause there's fucking NBA players, NFL players, just athletes, rappers that all want to be YouTubers because they want to live life their way and not have nobody tell them what the fuck to do. So I believe 100% what he's saying is true. And YouTubers are making our bag. Rappers are running into YouTubers at the Lamborghini dealership. Think I'm lying? Shit. Google it. You know what I'm saying?
Identify me now. I can't even barely go to the gas station. I can't sell no dope no more.
What's the inspiration though? Was it Big Meech or El Chapo?
My biggest inspiration was neither one of them. It was Pablo Escobar.
You talked about Meech a lot though.
Yeah, I love Meech. Don't get me wrong, but shit, you know, when you sit next to these type of dudes, you just, you know, you want to go higher. I was able to explore the things that Meech had accomplished again. I was able to, and more than he was able to get. You know, it ain't about how much money you make, it's about what you put your money into. So I was able to buy my villages that I able to do by our Lord. Our Lord gave me the money to do it. I want to give credit to him. I don't like getting myself credit, but yeah, I was able to do a lot of things that he did. I wasn't able to, you know, do a whole country. That nigga Pablo had a whole country. That was different.
You even did the billboard too. Like
I did all his billboards.
You did the billboard on the highway joint? Yeah.
But me was my aspiration. But once I got me a Lamborghini and shit, and I got my own little shit, it was
that goalpost move. Yeah.
Pablo Escobar never rode in no motherfucking Lamborghini.
Never.
Pablo Escobar, even Donald Trump, you don't see him in no Lamborghini.
Black truck.
None of that shit don't mean nothing.
Nothing.
You smell me? These niggas are the winners. These niggas are the people that celebrate generational wealth. They kids. They still pay
don't
Pablo
eat
Escobar
forever.
kids just to go on the interview to talk about him. And them bitches don't never say that good. So he still made a way for them. And just like Big Meech, he made a way for Lil Meech. I give credit where it's due, you smell me? I appreciate them, you smell me, and telling their life story. But you know, I'm more so on the spiritual ground now. So I don't really follow that type of shit. You smell me? Cause niggas came up to me while I was in prison. Hey RALO, you inspired me. I started moving dog food, but this nigga got 20 years. This nigga got 50 years.
So moving dog food, huh?
I can't worship that. You know what I'm saying? I can't worship taking a man from their kids. Even though I didn't physically do it, but I did it throughout my influence.
In some type of way,
So now I try to influence others. Go this route, so it's long.
You think Future saying your name in his lyrics put a big spotlight on you?
Of fucking course.
Yeah. It was bittersweet. It was like, damn, but at the same time, it brought you a lot of clout to do what you wanted to do.
Brought me a lot of clout. Because at that time, you know, Future was, you know, it wasn't all these different rappers that's popular now. It was just Future. It was just Future and Drake.
Yeah.
They're the only two niggas that mattered at that time. And both of them said my name. You smell me? And I appreciated them, but you know, it did put a target on me, of course. But I ain't gonna blame him for it because Future called my phone before he even put the song out. He was like, "Hey RALO, I gotta ask you something, little bro." I'm like, "What's up, Future?" We call him Pluto. I'm like, "What's up, Pluto?" He was like, I just said your name on the song. I don't know if you.
Oh, so he asked you first.
Before he put Dirty Spot out,
Yeah.
he asked me. You feel me? And I was like, I was leaving the heroin alone, going to weed. So when I was going into weed, I thought everything was all good because I wanted to get me a little dispensary and shit. I thought I was gonna goddamn shoot up out of there. But when I was taking something in the loss, I had to still dibble and dabble to get back right. But however, I was veering away a little bit. I was shutting certain trap house down. I shut the Bluff house down. I shut my Simpson house down. I shut my Favorite house down. I shut a lot of my houses down, and I only had 1 or 2 spots making me money. So I was slowly walking away from the dog food game when he was, you know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to turn this money into rap money.
I just want to say, man, I appreciate you, bro, for your time. And, you know, we talked about your past, but I want to move into the future, man. You just bought a whole, plaza situation?
Yes, sir.
I seen on IG yesterday.
Always buying the block,
I know,
boy.
Like, people try to worship me in reference to what I have done by buying apartments and shit for my niggas and shit. But when you really think of this, right? When you say, okay, RALO went to the club and stole $20,000 cash or $10,000 cash. But at that time, we had 26 apartment units. So roughly, I would have probably charged $1,000 a month for each unit. I might have made $26,000 a month. But you got RALO going to the strip club, throwing $10,000, $20,000 on these bitches. So I didn't never think it was fair for me to even try to charge rent. It's because these my niggas. Why being a bitch face doing this and my niggas?
Right, and then charging your niggas.
That time,
man,
I took it upon myself because we were living in a massive mansion on Rock Lamont. We have a lake and everything in the backyard. But we started growing up and having kids and shit. Our bitches was over there. So you see kids running all around the house and shit. So I was like, shit, what I need to do is get the apartment so everybody can have their own shit. I didn't never think, because at this time I'm still selling heroin. I didn't never think I would become a rapper. Nor did I even give a fuck about the recognition from any other blogs. I just did that shit out the kindness of my heart. And now it's to a point where niggas need jobs. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to give a nigga a pack. We can goddamn go right here to this plaza. We got a restaurant. We got a corner store. We got a barbershop. We got a hair salon. We got a mosque. We got several units that we Airbnb out and stuff like that. So now I got a place where I can give my nigga, even if it ain't the hundreds of thousands of dollars that we used to make.
But it's the legal way.
$10,000 for them to be able to put in their pocket for their kids and shit.
That's
like
real.
That. So I just end up spending money on a lot of food. Like every day we got to go eat out. Or I might catch a bitch with some food stamps and skin her down some money. Back out the house. And
to this
like
day,
I spend a lot of money feeding my crew every day. You smell me? So I need a place where I can get food, so I can sell my own food or get my food, and I want to be able to feed the homeless and those that's not in need. I mean, that's in need. You smell me?
Yeah. So, I mean, we got the rest of this year. We still got some summer left. What can we expect? I mean, you're a free man now. You can do anything you want to, right?
Right.
You can travel and move around?
I just got to tell my probation I was 2 weeks ahead.
Okay. So, I mean, are you going to continue? Because you said rap was the worst investment.
Right.
So are you going back on that rap lane, or are you becoming an executive and just sign artists?
I mean, me personally, I try to eliminate vain desires or try to have too much that I look forward to. So I try to be satisfied with what I got. You smell me? So I don't even look forward to nothing coming. All I do is appreciate
just enjoying the
today.
moment. Yeah.
I appreciate what God gave me today, so I don't have to goddamn be on that one. I put all my shit in trust. I don't own nothing. Everything go to them. When I'm dead, they can't sell it or whatnot. But my ultimate goal is for them to have generational wealth. You smell me? I ain't really tripping. Like, if I don't make $1 tomorrow, I'm happy. Because, you know, I got good shit for myself. And my intentions are pure. You smell me? But I'm going to keep hustling. Don't get me wrong. You call me for an interview, I'm going to take the bag.
Yeah.
You call me for a show, I'm going to take the bag. You call me for a walkthrough, I'm going to take the bag. You call me for a feature. So I ain't just going to say fuck all the monies. I'm going to get the money.
Like, look at it.
I ain't going to say fuck the monies. I'm going to get all the monies.
Yeah.
You like nice shit too,
I love nice shit. What's your favorite car at the fleet? We got to do it. We got to do a little vlog after this.
Maybach.
And I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate this.
All right.
Shoosh! Hey. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey. That interview was much needed, man. That was a breath of fresh air. Hold on, man. What are you trying to do? Start, brother? That was a breath of fresh air for interviews for somebody like RALO, like rapper, ex-rapper, whatever you want to call him, ex-drug dealer, all that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some real shit, and he's a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's a real solid individual, real loyal. You can tell, real loyal. If he fuck with you, he fuck with you the long way. No questions asked. You know what I'm saying? So, man, salute to Say Cheese TV for doing that interview and pulling up, and you know them giving us and blessing us with that interview, man. Just some real insight type. You know what I'm saying? How he got to the bag, how he turned his life around, how he got real structure with God. You know what I'm saying? On the Muslim side tip. You know what I'm saying? But you go through trials and tribulations, and the only thing you can do is learn from them. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he never wants to go back to prison or jail, and leave his kids on the outside, and there's a girl on the outside type. You know what I'm saying? That type killed him. You know what I'm saying? Then you in there, you have your homeboys die or your family members die. You know what I'm saying? You can't get that shit back. You know what I'm saying? That's going up out of there. So now he's doing it the legal way. He's buying a block, and you know what I'm saying? He's still supporting his guys by giving them jobs. They're not making $100,000, but they can make $10,000 to $15,000 a month. That's a bag still. You know what I'm saying? $150,000, $175,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is we talking about? The legal way. Man, shout out to him, man. If you enjoyed this video, man, go ahead and that thing a thumbs up. Get me pumping and jumping in this algorithm, man. I ain't gonna lie, I left. If you get into YouTube, I'm gonna tell you this now. If you get into YouTube, never leave when you got momentum. Never leave for 3 months and just quit, because you're gonna lose everything. You gotta build this bitch back up like you got 0 subscribers. So that's what I'm on. We at 21K. We on that 25K subscriber grind. So hit that like button, man. I appreciate it. Share the video. I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on that post notification bell. I appreciate it for sure. I show love who show love to me. I like everybody comment. I comment back to everybody that comment. Drop it in the goddamn comment section. Let me know what you think about this interview. Let me know if you've been through similar situation. Let me know what was your favorite part of the video. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that, we're going to get to the next video. This was a long banger. Let me know if you like the longer videos, because I know when I watch YouTube, I like the longer videos. I don't like the 8 minutes because then it's over with type. You know what I'm saying? When I'm riding around or if I'm just chilling, I like the hour, 2 hour videos so I can just locked in. You feel me? So let me know about that. But yeah, man, we're going to get up out of here, get to the next video, man. It's your boy Foosh Nigga, man. We up out of this motherfucker. Gone.
Damn, that what you